Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So I am currently working on my Saturday series videos. This one will air February 24th, 2024. February, I am featuring the Notes of Nature all month long, not just for Saturdays, but for my Monday videos. And I don't always remember, guys, but I try on my Saturday videos to do a card designed for the beginner stamper, one for the casual, one for the avid, and then of course the other Saturdays or whatever I choose to do. And I do try to concentrate on Saturdays doing one in every color of the color collection from Stampin' Up, which is the brights, the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, and an in color when it allows. So this is going to be my card for the avid stamper, and I do have a sample. Actually, I have two. I cut and prepped for 4 of these cards. We are going to change some things. This is it. So this is an envelope flap card. It pulls like this and it opens like this. Now, I am going to do another version of this card where it goes this way and opens this way and opens like a book. I think would be really cool. Probably do that. Let's see, I don't know, but I plan on it. So this came out gorgeous, but I want to share with you the card that inspired me. This is from Miss Bev Evans in Australia. I would consider her a pen pal of mine. She sent me, I don't want to open it up, but I love that she wrote me a note. But this was my Christmas card from her, and I was looking for something different to do. And this is what I chose. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you what I started with. So this was me starting. I knew I wanted the Regals. So this is a bit of the retired Regal DSP 6x6 packages. Knew it opened. You can see here that this is my little closure I made. And this was me just playing around. But I also knew that the paper I wanted to use, because I purposely ordered something so I could get this paper from Celebration. And this paper is called Softly Stippled. Now, just because I am using this paper, any paper that is similar would work. This is what I am concentrating with, was this print. It is soft. It is in Pool Party. It has a little bit of floral in it, but any soft Pool Party will work for this. And of course, this stamp set, if you guys like to stamp like I do, oh, let me tell you, this Notes of Nature, all about the stamping. It is so just like, I know I can do a simple version of this card if I concentrate on it. But to me, I just love this. I absolutely love this stamp set. I cannot tell you how much I am just like, yes. So this is the stamp set. Where are the dies? The bundle, of course, which, you know, you do save when you purchase a bundle. So these are the dies, and this time we're using this die and this die. I used these 2 little dies, none other, just those. I love these little solid image dies that you don't have to stamp in color. So I'm going to set this back in its case, just so that they don't go anywhere. And let's go over what you're going to need. Now, this is not finished. I had to quit last night. It was like 8 o'clock at night. My husband's like, are you ever coming in? I'm like, yes. Okay. So also, this is a retired stamp set. Don't know how many years ago this was, but I liked it because they're really big sayings. Look at that. So I made this into a birthday card. You could do a thank you card, just because, you know, I was just using it for a birthday card. I do have somebody in mind for this card. So to a person who still got it but might not remember where they put it, happy birthday. I think I love that. I love this too. When nothing goes right, go left. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Love it. So we're using that one. We're also using the Dragonfly Garden. We're using this Dragonfly here, this one, and I think we're going to use these little bits, these little mayflies, whatever you want to call them, on the actual card itself. So let me show you what you are going to need for this card. So I'm going to set that aside. Where's my envelope? Here we go. And the envelope, right, as everything goes. So I'm not going to read my note. My card base is like not here. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, because I was going to show you. So you'll need a half a sheet of cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to show you how I trimmed it down because it's real simple instead of giving you weird measurements, which the weird measurements will be on the description along with a note of how I did it. So I have my standard label for my clear envelope, which is 4 by 5.25. This is a quarter sheet of cardstock. This is 4.5 by 5.5. This is the card base backing. This is our card base, which we're going to fold and score. So when you do this, because I made a square, let me show you. So here's my square. This is 4.5 by 4.5. I turned it and I cut it straight down the center. So you will get 2 envelope flat pieces to make 2 cards, or you can choose to cut out the extra bit. So I have this little 1/2 inch, it's a little over 1/2 inch strip of DSP that I did with the whole die, as I call it, and I did this with the bottom oval. So for the oval punch, this is the bottom oval, and this one is the top. This is, of course, Pretty Peacock, and that's our paper. So I'm going to put my punch away now that we already did that. And then let me show you this. So with my stamp, where's the Dragonfly? Because I pre-did this. So my Dragonfly, I wanted that outlined image, and I wanted to do it on Pretty Peacock because I wanted his body to be Pretty Peacock. I'm going to show you how I did the wings, but know that all I did was stamp Pretty Peacock on Pretty Peacock and gave it a punch. Now, of course, I was prepping for 4 of these cards, 1 for a sample and 2 for gifts. So I'm going to punch 2 more Dragonflies, maybe 3, maybe, let's see. This is just out of the scrap because I'm thinking I'm going to like these a lot more. I bet I could do it. Now, I'll show you. I'm all about using my stuff. You guys know me. So I want to get 1 more body. Oops, a little bit. There. So that's 4 little ones and 1 large Dragonfly. Now for my Aunt Carol and my girlfriend Sherry, you're only going to get 2 of them in there, I think. But that's just in case I want those extras. So those are, can you guys even see this? No. Okay. So there's my pieces. My double oval with the top being Pretty Peacock, the bottom being the DSP, my Pretty Peacock stamped on Pretty Peacock Dragonfly, and 4, for now, Pretty Peacock punched small Dragonflies, and this one, and I do have the camera zoomed in so you can really see me, and I think we have all the beginnings of what we are going to need. So this one, however, before I lose it, not that paper, not that envelope, I'm doing some gifts here, so that's what those are for. All right, so we are going to get started, and I'm going to start off moving those out of the way and showing you how I did my envelope. So all I did was I took a standard American-sized card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. We are scoring now at 4.25. 1, 2, and 3. That's all I need to do on that. Gonna fold it in half. I do like scoring my card bases. It gives it a really nice line on the inside. All right, so now what I did, because this needs to be cut down, so I took out my wee little guillotine. I lined my crease up on the 4 and cut. I turned it and I lined it up at 5 1/4 and cut. Now it's going to be that 1/4 inch all the way around shorter that I need to go on to the card base. So for me, that was the simplest way. Do you see I have that nice border? That for me was the simplest way for me to get my card base. If you want the specific measurements, card base is 5 1/4 by 8, scored at 4. But it doesn't matter. It was just easier to have it folded in half and cut both edges off at the same time. So this is done. And next we need to show you, of course, this is half of a square that is 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. So what I need now, and I'm not sure which side is gonna, you can see my little fold here. All I did was put this in at 1/4 inch, which for me, I use the right side, which I don't use all the time. Let me check. I might split this video up. We'll have to see on the time. Let me look at 9:44. That's what time it is in the morning. So I took it and I scored 1, 2, and 3. This is going to get tucked in behind the card, the white card base. See how it folds over and you almost get like, remember those paper hats? Well, what else I did, because I'm going to use these little bits here, so I'm telling you. So once you crease it and fold it over, I took my snips and I snipped off those little ends. Now, do not throw these away, because I made a mistake and I put them on the wrong place. Oops. So now we have these little corner bits, and they're going to go like that on the corner right here of the card. I had to recut them because I accidentally glued them at the wrong spot. So just showing you what I'm keeping. I'm not letting anything go to waste. So I'm going to set those up there. This, we're going to start stamping on. You know, guys, there's always something I forget. Printer paper. So I used to call it typing paper. I still do from time to time. We're going to start stamping. We're just going to give ourselves, we're going to stamp a little bit. Yes. We're going to start with the little hash marks. Like I said, this isn't for an avid person or somebody who just likes to stamp. The fold is not difficult. It's just we're stamping an awful lot, which is the best part. So I'm stamping off, and I'm going to start in the center. And I think we're going to stamp full strength for some reason. I like that better. Yes, full strength. And we're just going to go across our paper. Okay, I'm going to bring in my piece with the holes in it. And I am going to go straight down that as well. And then my 2 little pieces. Don't forget these. Don't forget everything that is DSP, we're going to stamp. So I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stamp those. Oops. All right. And then I'm going to scoot all of that off for the moment and bring in my, oops, that's not my new address label. We need this one. We are going to stamp this. I would like to get all the pool party done. So I'm going to stamp across. And you know me, give me that other one, because that other one's not finished. So we'll do this one too while we're at it. Right there. Next, right? Oh, is our card base. So we're going to move those aside, and we are going to stamp our card base. Now remember, for our card closure, this is going to open opposite of what you think. You want your crease towards you because the card is going to open like this. This is where we're going to stamp our stuff, but now we're going to stamp on the front. And full strength. So I am going to start in the center. I'm going to start right here. Then I'm going to stamp over here. I'm going to start moving that away. I'm going to start here and I am going to stamp. Oh, no, it'll have a line in it, so I need to stamp off to get that one done. Right there. So then I'm going to stamp, let's say, here. And I can stamp there. I'm not covering everything, just a good portion of it. Let's see, here. And I'm going to need to stamp off. This is not meant to be perfect. I can stamp again, and I'm going to go full strength over here. So we're just getting some texture on our bit. Now I'm going to start in here, and I'm going to stamp right there, to the right, to the left, and I'm going to repeat that up top. So in the center, to the right, to the left. I think we have all of the pool party done with that particular one. So I'm going to close this up for now. Next, we are going to move on to, oh yes, we are going to go to this image, and that is going to be in Pebbled Path. So I'm trying to look at my card. I wanted this one. I don't want the field notes on my paper, so I'm going to make sure the field notes is off, and I'm going to do that about halfway. And the reason being is because I'm going to do the field notes upside down on this side, and I'm going to leave off the numbers this time. See? And then I want it in the center, basically like that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a circle and a little bit of field notes there. And I would love to do the numbers themselves, but I don't think that's going to work. So we're going to do a little bit of field notes like right there. So that is done with the stamp. And next, let's move on to the next one. I need my little, trying to look, oh, it is, believe it or not, we're going to bring in Blackberry Bliss. And I am really taking my time here so you guys can really see what I'm doing. So I hope that's all right with you guys. My stamp is like missing. So this one here, I needed another color, and this is what I chose. So we are going to go about right here with the Blackberry Bliss. I want one right there. And I think I did 4. So I'm going to do one here. I'm going to turn it this way and at the top. Now we're going to open our card up. Full strength on this, guys. We are going to go here to the right. Now I do have to stamp off to get it on this side. So the bottom, don't forget, this is a large inside piece. I forgot to stamp off. That's okay. So there we go. This one now is all done. But to complete the look of this flower, I might use this again, but let's close it up because it gets everywhere. So I took my Stampin' Right marker. Do not use a blend. A blend will bleed through this cardstock. That's why I didn't use it. And only on the front, I came in and I did the stem. It's just when I stood back and I looked at the card, I didn't want to color these leaves in, but they did need a little bit. And it's not the entire stemming that I'm doing, just where there is a white mark, well, a space. Where's the image? Okay, and here, let me get a scrap. All right, so in here, you're going to see there's this little open gap in the veining. I did that. I colored that in, a little difficult to do. I didn't go all the way up on that one. And I wanted more of that Pretty Peacock. So that is what I'm doing. So this one, there's just a little there. And I did it very light-handedly on the card. I didn't want it to be, you know, overly done. Oop, that one got a little squiggly on me. It's okay. Those little bits, down, down. All these layers do make up the card. It is very cool. So that's what I did there. Next, we're going to come in and stamp, what was hashtag, oh, the Cajun Craze. I will split this video up. We'll do the closure and how to do that after we get done. So I did stamp this off. Let me see. Yes. So stamp off, and this is where I came in. I'm going to do it like here. Stamp off. I'm going to do some there. It just needed another color there. Like here's this big gap there. And then I'm going to bring in just a hint of it in those little gaps. All right, so that's the Cajun Craze. We do need to repeat this on the inside. I can turn it. Now, one of these edges is you can do the strip or not. It's up to you, but I'm gonna put my strip in there. Okay, so that one's all done. We're still working on this Cajun Craze. We're not putting that on the mailer. This wee little image one, Pretty Peacock. Layers and layers of stamping. This is full strength. Absolutely love this. It just is scattered. We're having those little bits here. So when you do this one, you just want to do, and you can choose like there, layering it over things. I want it going this way, a little peak, that way, flower, that one, all right. Whew, that's a lot of stamping. Now you got to determine where you're going to stamp this. Put this piece. I am going to put it hopefully at the bottom. Last time I put it on the top. You could put it in the center. It just is a fun little piece. I love it. It almost does. Oh, you know what? I'm going to split it. It has these perforations. Let's split that in two and we'll put it. Do you see that? So we're going to change it up even more. I might need to cut it. But yes, we are going to do that in half and put half on top and half on bottom. So let's finish stamping. So this one then, we're going to go that way and that way, this way, and this way. So that, while we're at this, let's stamp the inside of the card because it's in Pretty Peacock. Here's that great big birthday saying. And this, having both of these parts gives you plenty of room to put those nice big sentiment strips, which I need to buy some. I'm waiting for the new catalog. And then I came in, today is all about you for the bottom half. Right here, there's plenty of room to write in this card. All right. Oh, absolutely love this. We're not done stamping, guys. We have our flap to do, and we have a little bit more to do on there, but this is in, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I did start in the center, but it's going to be covered up with the vine. So there, and then I did the little flower, then I did this way, a little flower, and I turned it this way, and a little flower. So we're going to repeat it again. Start with the little flower full strength because it can take it on the DSP. Turn it that way. Yes. All right. So that's it so far. This one is going to get stamped. The dragonfly is going to be for most of it, but we're going to put a flower there and turn it upside down and go there. I didn't get it all the way on there. And my little bits, I'm not forgetting little details. Yes, they do matter. So this one is going there, and this one is going that way. And then I can put a little bit of that at the top. Yes, there. This is what I mean. This is the avid stamper. You're gonna like to stamp. So here, 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 just adding another layer of texture onto this, everybody. That's all it's about. Okay. But we're not done. So I need, remember I told you I was going to bring in those little flies, and I'm thinking we're going to do these in, I'm missing a color here. Let me take a look. This is Pretty Peacock. Yes, let's do that next. So our little splotchy image, we're going to stamp, hold on. Stamp off. Yes, there's a lot of stamping off. Stamp off, stamp off, go all the way across. That's done. Next piece, right? Next. Stamp, 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 stamp. Oh, we got to do it all. There's that one. There's this one. So stamp, stamp. All right, those are done. That's the card that's already done. I'm like, I don't need to stamp that one again. I just did it. So here we go. Stamp off, and you're going to stamp in these white open areas, right? You're going to be able to stamp twice each time you ink it up. At least I am. 1, 2, and there. And then, yes, on the inside, stamp off. I think we can go ahead and do just the whole entire line. And let's get our mailers that need the ink. So remember, your stamp's going up in that corner. So this one, oh, we forgot our notes of nature that need to go on this one. It's okay, we'll pretend I already stamped it there, and we'll just use that one. And then we want this little flower in that one. Let's do it like right there. And we're going to add those little, you see my fingers doing their thinky, thinky, thinky thing? I know, I'm terrible. I don't know if anybody else does that. Okay, so these are our little mayflies. little dragonflies. We can do some on there. And let's get these on our card that we just stamped. My original won't have these, but we're going to stamp off because I just want them just like so. No more than that. Not even on the inside. Oh, we could. Let's go ahead and stamp one there. And I didn't re-ink it, but I do like that. And of course, I got ink on me. I laid it up. When you guys get a card and it has ink in places it shouldn't, know that it's just christened by me. That's all there is to it. So, I think we are ready to call it. And then we will get back to the rest of the cards. So this is part 1. Part 2 is coming up. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully you check out the second half. Bye-bye for now.